that I am in. Look, is that better? Okay. So I'm coming back to you all. Y'all can figure out that I'm on my downtime, right? So I wanted to come back with another video. That first video was an hour long. So I wanted to come back to you and I wanted to talk about a subject that is right now, you know, y'all can tell I'm on my downtime. So when I'm on my downtime, I wanted to get as much in as I can. Okay, and the thing is, I got internet. Okay, so I'm able to do live feeds. Y'all know, yeah. Go on look till trust get. I thought I was too, but I thought about something that I wanted to talk about, so I'm back. And I got to get these live feeds in. While I'm out here, I'm in Kansas right now. While I'm out here on the road, because when I get back home, um, I don't have no internet. I can't do live feeds. Okay. In order for me to do a live feed, I have to go to the office. So, um, but I wanted to talk to you about, can y'all please tell me what's been going on? I've been hearing a lot of information about broker transparency, about the new FMCSA ruling. I don't have my computer in front of me right now. I only got my phone, but could somebody please explain to me what's supposed to happen now? And I will tell you my opinion of it as being a broker and a carrier. So I've been seeing a lot of things about um, um, we'll take as much as we could get. All right, let's go. Let's knock them out. I'm gonna be back until y'all gonna be sick of me, okay? Because I got a lot of information. I've been gone, but I wanted to talk about, in my opinion, on this new ruling with the FMCSA, which is freight brokers are supposedly supposed to be sharing their rates with carriers or owner operators or whatever the case may be. Somebody break that down to me in layman's terms and tell me exactly what that means, because I haven't looked at the ruling. I haven't, but if you know about it, and I just want you to break it down to me so I could give you my opinion, what I think about it. But supposedly, um, what brokers are now, is that official? Is it official that we now have to give transparency when it comes to the rates? Is that a yes or no? Do y'all know anything about it? Can y'all tell me about it? Can we talk? So, so I can give you what I think about it, good, bad, or indifferent. But tell me your opinion of what you think is about to happen as far as this transparency thing is concerned. I know that OIDA has been fighting, and hooray to them, because finally, they getting some stuff done, right? So I've heard that OIDA has been really fighting and leading the cause as having these changes, and who else? The T what is it? What is it? Is it the TIA for the brokers? They took a loss, and they had some explanations of why they didn't think it was a good idea. And I heard that the FMCSA ruled against them and all this kind of stuff. So have y'all heard the same thing? Are y'all into it as carriers? Are y'all into it as brokers? And how do you feel about it? Is this something that is in effect now? Is it going to be in effect? How is it implemented? I just wanted to tell you that I've been watching your videos, and it got me through truck driving school. And now I have 5 years experience as an OTR driver. Ain't that something, Tiny? Child, it got me through. You hear me? It got me through. It's not official. Okay. Avery says it's not official. Saw the story on the Asian My Trucking YouTube channel. So what's going on with it? Are they still talking about it? Is it just in discussion? Are we just blowing hot water now? Or is this an official ruling? When does it take place? Are we just talking about it? Right now, we just talking about it. I think I heard something about um, they turned down something that the TIA was happening. Let me just say this. Can you? I'm a new graduating in a few weeks. Maurice, join my mentorship so you can have one-on-ones with me. Let me see. I think it's supposed to make everyone be honest about how much loads they're paying. Hey, Ida. I think it's supposed to make everybody honest about how much that they're paying on loads. Okay. Tiny says most likely talk. That's what I'm talking about. It's most likely talk. Hey, um, this is my opinion on it, and I don't know how far it is, or the new ruling, or whatever the case may be. And bless your heart, bless the carrier's heart, the owner operators for making the initiative to take on um, Goliath, okay? Because that's what it is. Okay, when you're taking on brokers, we're not just talking about individual brokers like myself, or small broking companies, or your favorite broker. We're not talking about that. Okay, what we're talking about is we're talking about huge trucking companies that are also brokers as well. Okay, that is in charge of the huge freight that moves across this country. Okay, and when you're asking about transparency, and there's nothing wrong with that, people can ask for anything, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is about that is, are y'all thinking on a small scale? Because I see on the OOIDA is representing and leading this transparency campaign, which they have every right to do. But, and there's a but, there's a lot of carriers, mega carriers, that work with other mega carriers that are brokers. So, and it's just not gonna, I would love the perfect idea, right? Swift, Prime, England, these people, y'all don't, they work together, okay? And their contracts, which they have huge multi-million dollar contracts. And it's like, are you thinking that Swift is supposed to call JB Hunt and tell JB Hunt that because we run each other freight, like uh, 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 um, JB Hunt runs Prime Freight. I mean, not Prime, but Amazon. We run other people's freight. We may run Prime Freight. LTI may run a Prime Freight from the brokerage or whatever the case may be. Okay, we have mega carriers, Walmart. We run each other's freight as a large brokerage, right? So, do you think that these big trucking companies are going to actually be sharing their rates with other large trucking companies that are also brokers and carriers at the same time? So if, let's just say I'm Landstar, right? Let's just say I'm Landstar. And Landstar has all the mega carriers signed up with them. Like anybody can run Landstar, right? So, and Landstar went out and they did a contract with, let's just say, John Deere to move freight. Okay, so they got the contract for John Deere to move freight. And they're able to put that freight out to anybody, an outside carrier, right? And and who else is flatbed? Let's just say big Western Express. Okay, Western Express, they're gonna move the John Deere freight because Western Express has 20, 30 flatbed trucks, and they're also in the area to run those loads. Okay, so you're telling me that Western Express, as a trucking company, can call in to Landstar as the broker and tell Landstar that they want them to be transparent and what their prices is. It's just not gonna work. Okay. When I think of what we're trying to do, I think it is on as far as us as being independent owner operators, 1, 2, 3 truck affirmate uh, um, owners. Okay, 1, 2, 3 truck fleet owners, and most of these people are picking their loads off the low board, okay, and they want some transparency, which is understandable. A lot of the freight is transparent that people may not realize, okay. Landstar is very transparent with their loads. Okay, as a broker, you're going to tell what the rate is. You can't cheat the driver. Okay, you just can't do it. They already getting 65%. Okay, you can't do it. There's other companies, JB Hunt, they're going to tell you what the load is, and they're going to tell you that you get a certain percent of the load. Either you like that or you don't. Okay, where the problem comes in is where we have owner operators that call in and they give these cheap rates, okay, from brokers, and that's where they want in transparency. To me, honestly, as being a carrier and a broker, I don't see it really happening. And if it does, do you not believe that these brokerages will put a stipulation into you not even carrying their freight, period? Okay? So it's like, to me, and tell me how you feel, tell me how you think, the lows that go on the low board are, how do they call it? What they call those that go on the low board? Spot market freight. Okay? These are loads that are not contracted, okay, out a lot of times, okay. Usually contracted loads have their own carriers, and they may, if a truck is not in the area, they may put it on a load board, and a owner operator will call in and want that load or whatever the case may be. A lot of times we would get with our other big carriers or our other big trucking companies and say, hey, we got 10 loads coming out of Texas or whatever the case may be. Can you take this and can you take it for whatever the case may be? Okay. Spot market rates. I don't want to say it's like leftover, or I'm trying to use the right words without being offensive or um, anything like that. But it's like that the big companies can't carry, or nobody's around and you just happen to be like in that area or whatever to carry it, okay? Or they have access to that freight, and they could give it out to anybody. In my humble opinion, that's not going to work on a big scale, and that's not going to work for everybody, right? Especially when you got huge trucking companies that are brokers and carriers, and they work together anyway. They work together anyway, you know? And the mega trucking companies, why aren't they saying we want transparency? Why is it just the mostly of what I see? It's just the one, two truck, three truck, four truck owner operators that pick their loads off the load board. Can somebody explain that to me? And like I say, OIDA is running a great fight, you know, but it's like David and Goliath. Not saying that there won't be changes made, but I don't think the outcome is going to be what owner operators expect, because you are dealing with logistics on a large scale. And when you start messing with, to be honest, trucking companies that have overhead of dispatchers, brokers, payroll, HR, managers, trailers, trucks. They have a large overhead that they have to cover for. And where are they going to get this money from? They got to get it from the freight that they move and the customers and the contracts. They're negotiating this stuff. Okay. Um, how can I put it? It's like, how do you ask somebody what you pay for something and you're not in on a negotiation of getting it moved? You just like the one truck that came from out of nowhere and you saying, I want to know what you got for it. You weren't in the meeting where they said, hey, we need 50 trucks. We need, what if something happened to the truck? We're going to need somebody to recover the truck. We're going to need to make sure that it's on time. There's no excuses because um, brokers get penalized if the load is not there on time. You know, I give you this load, you ain't even got nobody, you to call me and you telling me that your truck broke down. Okay, you telling me they not only pay for that load to be moved, but they pay. It's a no win. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not like I don't applaud the effort, but I don't really think that people are looking at it on a bigger scale than just the OIDA. Okay, OIDA represents a lot of the small business owners. Okay, OIDA represents owner operators, independent. They usually have anywhere between one, maybe to 10 trucks. Okay, and they go and they try to lobby and to change, to make a change, which they should be doing. Your money is well worth it. They fight a lot of things, but it's like, and they will be chastised if they didn't. And I believe that they feel like it's an uphill battle, okay, because they're not representing everybody. They're only representing a large number of people, but it's a large number of individual people. It's not the people that carry the most weight. And it's good as an organization that they come together and try to better and make things better as far as um, the low board and the rates and things like that, because owner operators right now, we do feel like it's crumbs. And how can you continue to give us these crumbs, right? But, and that's overhead that they have is ridiculously very high. You're right. But that's what they need to run their business, their company. It's not just that they're getting afraid, putting on a low board, we just gonna give it to you and you gonna handle it. They gotta pay for insurance. Do you know how much insurance it takes to run a Kroger load? This ain't just your $750,000 coverage. You know how much insurance you gotta have to move a hazardous materials? They have to have that. They're not looking at they're not looking at medical equipment, medical supplies. And I'm not saying that it does not need to be a change, because obviously it does, because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is a lot of people are going to either stop being owner operators, and that's what trucking is about. Trucking is about, you getting out here, you buying your equipment. That's just the American dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody wants to be an owner. It makes it what you do, it makes it what you do worth it. A lot of people, they would rather own a truck than own a house. It's like in their blood, you know, and it's like it's to me, it's kind of like, how do you control the Goliath? How do you control it? Because whatever it is that you throw at them, believe you me, they gonna come back with something. And it's maybe worse than what it was. It's like, oh, y'all don't want to take this? Oh, okay, well, don't take nothing. You know? Um, but there has been some rulings, and I don't know if the FMCSA truly understands the so many spectrums in the puzzle. Like, it's owner operators, that have your one or two truck operations, and then there's carriers that have 3 to 4 thousand trucks, and they really couldn't care about the transparency. Okay, I mean, they're not out there saying, you don't see Swift as a trucking company saying, yeah, we want some transparency. You know, I'm not seeing Prime out there talking about, yeah, we getting cheap rates. We want some transparency. They're a trucking company. They don't count. Okay, but y'all not looking at them. Y'all looking at them like they don't need no help. But they're not the ones complaining. Um, CR England ain't out there. CR England got trucks. They're a carrier. Why ain't they hollering about we need transparency in the broker rates? Why? Because they are the broker. So because they're the trucking company and the broker, and if they don't like what it is that they seeing, are you talking about pulling another company's trailer? No, I'm just talking about. I think people should have they ownership and have the right to have their trailer and their truck in their own company name if they choose to do so. And I do believe that owner operators should have the right to have a decent rate, and be treated fairly. But one thing, as we know about trucking, is very unfair. Okay, um, is the playing field ain't even halfway level. Like, it ain't even a level playing field at all. And when it's good, we don't complain. We're not trying to get transparency when the loads are $3, $4, and $5 a mile. We don't want no try. I don't care what you got for it. I got what I wanted out of it, so I don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? It's last leg freight. Because do you believe that if they could try to, they would they would keep everything off the load board, and the only thing that you will be getting is small shippers that need stuff moved, you know? So it's like, oh, we give them this. They don't want that. They want more. So I empathize on both. Well, not even on the broker side, because there's really no empathy that you need to give. But I'm just saying that it's like it's really not going to happen the way I think on the operators think that's going to happen. And I saw something. I don't know what I was looking with. Somebody was saying that they wasn't eating until the rules changed, and I'm like, he better find him something to eat. I mean, that's being passionate about the cause. Because people are truly, 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 truly hurting, and they're trying to build, and they're trying to maintain, and they're trying to keep their independence. They're fighting really hard for it. I mean, there's a lot of protests about it. It's a lot of time, money, effort, and passion that's being used to make a change. And I'm telling you, it's not that a change won't come. It's hard. It's a hard battle, and it's like you fighting Goliath. So with me, it's like I'd rather have a I guess a piece of the pie than no pie at all. I know in my heart, as far as being an owner that have trucks, I'm not gonna get everything. I don't have the capacity. I don't have I don't have the things that a lot of large shippers need from me as maybe a 2, 3 truck operation. So I have to, work with somebody to be able to get what I think is my fair share. Okay, is it 100%? I ain't never gonna get 100% unless I start making my own product. Okay, and I have to understand that, but we have to find some kind of balance between um, where uh, independent owner operators should be respected as business owners, and they should be able to have a decent slice of the pie and feel like that they're not being taken advantage of, because these are, a lot of them are long-term drivers. They are safe drivers. They have worked with companies for years, at pennies on the dollar, and worked so hard to get your truck paid off and everything, and you finally made it to a place where you think, okay, I've done it. And then you go to the low board and you find yourself in a situation where you making this you getting $1 a mile, like $1.50 a mile, like a lease driver signed on to a mega carrier, and you got insurance and tags and fuel and all this kind of stuff. And it's like you can't win. So what the end all is, and I just hate sometimes, I wish it was a solution, you know, but I just don't see it being logical on both ends, to that everybody is going to be happy. Somebody is going to suffer. And I'm afraid that that suffering is not going to be on the mega brokers carriers. And I don't know if people are looking at the brokers as um, and I think it's a mentality of you looking at a broker as this one person behind a desk, just, yeah. And Tiny too, also, you saying you want transparency. Do you want transparency, or do you want a certain percentage of what it is? You know, let's just say, for example, I got a load and it's paying $5 a mile, right? Let's just say it's going 500 miles, and this load pays $2,500, right? And I offer you $1,500 for the load, or $1,200 for the load, right? $2 a mile for the load. The load is 500 miles. I got $2,500 from the shipper, because that's what I negotiated the freight for, and I put it on load board, and I put out there 1,200, what, $2 a mile. Let's just say, what, $1,000. Let's just say I'll be generous and put out $1,300 for the load, right? So, yeah, per truck, or per truck, yeah. So I'm supposed to, you give me a call and you say, hey, Tamara, we got this new law that says that at any time that I request the amount from you of what you got the load for, you got to provide it for me. I'm saying, okay, all right, well, I got the load for $2,500. Now what? Then where we go from there? Do we got to go back to the drawing board and say, they got it for 25? They only gave me 1,300. What's the rule then? After we transparent, I just don't. I'm not getting it some kind of way. There got to be some kind of follow up to that. Like, okay, broker's supposed to be transparent. Okay, I got 5,000 for the load. I'm giving you $1,400. It's $3 a mile. What's the problem? Okay, but okay, well they getting 5,000. They only gave me 2,000 for the load, and but the load was $3 a mile, right? And I'm saying 5,000 just to throw that out there. Don't think that whatever the case may be. But I got it. I got Mr. Shipper. I want 5,000. I want 5,000 for the load. Mr. Shipper say, okay, you gonna get somebody to move it for me? Yeah, I'm gonna get somebody to move it for you. I need 5,000. Well, I'm gonna need picked up today. I'm gonna need it on time, and I don't want no problems. And I need visibility. I need to know where my load is at all times. Okay, no problem, Mr. Shipper. I'm gonna make sure I do all that. I'm gonna have somebody come by there. They're gonna be there at 3 o'clock. They ain't gonna be late. Okay, and he said, okay, I'm gonna give you 5,000 because I need to have this load in Texas by tomorrow. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna take care of it. I ain't gonna give you no problems. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna go over here and maybe I'll post it for $3 a mile. Okay, maybe I'll post it for $4 a mile. And I got 4,000 for the load, and I posted on there for 2,000. Right? You turn around and you say, well, Tim, I want to know what did you get for the load? And I said, I got $4,000. Where do we go from there? What are you gonna say? Like, what are we gonna say? Well, I don't think you should have got $4,000. I mean, I only got 2,000, but I gave you market rate. I gave you what? I gave you $3 or $4 for the load. What's the problem? So, is it that you want a percentage of what I got the load for? What is that percent? Okay, every load's going to be different. Every load's going to take different insurance. It's like, do you want to step into the broker role? What is it that you want to do? Because on the broker side, we deal with logistics and we deal with how to get stuff from point A to point B. We just don't deal with just one truck. We don't won't deal with just one load. We got to talk to the customer, to the shipper, to let them know, hey, ain't no problem. You call me and you say, I'm on the side of the road. I'm going to say, okay, detach from the trailer. And Joe Blow will be there in about 15 minutes because we got to keep this train moving. Okay, I can't call them and tell them, I can't call them and tell them, hey, a truck broke down. And they're going to say, well, Tim, we paid you $4,000 for the load. That's their responsibility. And it's a lot of things. It's a moving part. You got TMS systems. You got a lot of people behind the scenes that you got to pay for. And that's not I guess, Kira said that ain't my problem. You know, I just don't know what the solution is. And this is something, but it's not a big issue when the lows are over $2 a mile. As long as they over $2 a mile, and the fuel is down a little bit, you know, then we can manage. We okay. We out there voting. Man, I got 5,000 for the load. I got this for the load. Man, I brought in 16, 12,000 this week. We happy go lucky. But it's not always like that. And I just don't know what the solution. And I really hope that there's real understanding, because it's so easy that, okay, I want to know what the load pay. I tell you, okay, I got to tell you what the load pay. What is it for me to say, I don't want you running my freight no more? you too darn nosy. You want to be in my business. I ain't trying to get in your business. You trying to be in my business. I'm out here negotiating, going to meetings, bidding against folks, and I'm doing this and promising them miracles and making sure that if anything happened, I'm gonna pay for it and all this kind of stuff. You trying to get in my business, and that's okay. I could find somebody else that won't ask too many questions. Or that, you know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna call my friend Swift. I'm just gonna call my friend Swift. I'm not gonna deal with you. because you got too many questions. You want to know everything. You want to run my business. I thought you were running the trucking business, but you want to run the logistics business, and you got the problem with what I get. It just ain't gonna work. And I'm not trying to be funny, but or it's just, I don't understand it. It's just gonna draw a lot of freight that was on the load board, okay, back to mega carriers. And Swift gonna be over here, man. I understand. Don't you know what Swift gonna say? Or CR England, or who else we work with? Western Express, or any of these mega companies, or U.S. Express. Shoot, U.S. Express, Knight, and Swift is all together now. They all together now. Okay, so you think, who am I gonna fool with? I'm the broker, right? Am I gonna fool with you? Cause you got to ask 50 million questions to one load down to Texas. You got to add. You want rate con. You want the confirmation. You want to know what I get for the load. You want all this kind of stuff. That's okay. Don't worry about it, Mr. Carrier. I apologize. I understand you trying to run your business and you trying to make your money and all that. I just don't have time for that. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call Knight and I'm gonna say, hey, listen, I got this load that's going to Texas. It's paying $4 a mile, and it's paying $2,000. Do you want it? Not gonna say we'll be there in about 10, 15 minutes. Okay. Matter of fact, we're gonna be early. We're gonna deliver it early. Do you think that they're gonna be asking each other what they paying for the load? They finna run their company driver that is getting paid 38 to 42 cents a mile right on over there to pick up the load, and run it right on down to wherever it needs to be there, and they're gonna be on time. They gonna do whatever they need to do to survive. You think the ruling, whatever ruling that's gonna come out, is gonna change the game? No, they just gonna switch it up a little bit. Okay, they just gonna switch it up a little bit. They gonna sit back. They gonna have meeting because y'all don't go to the broker meeting. Okay, the broker carrier meeting. Okay, because they get along fine. They ain't nobody out here. You don't see CR England, or I'm sorry to keep saying CR England, but you don't see Warner or Western Express, or Western Fly. Ain't none of them on YouTube talking about listen, Swift. I don't know what y'all doing over there, but we gonna need some more money to run y'all freight. Now I know y'all got a lot of freight and y'all overwhelmed over there. Okay, I know y'all overwhelmed over there, but if y'all don't give us some more money, we going we gonna tell. It's That's just the way they looking at it. you know, ain't that something? We told them the market was down right now. We're trying to replace these trucks. We over there negotiate. Everybody cutting back. We still got to pay for this. We still got to, we just supposed to stop paying for stuff we got to pay for on the operators. Then we got to be creative. We're gonna say, you know what? Don't worry about it. I tell you what, I'll go get it directly myself. And I'm going to pick up the phone and I'm going to call whoever I got to call to let them know that we are here too. You don't have to be creative, because don't think that you're going to beat these folks at their game. They invented the game. And every now and then, one of us get, all right, well, we done paid the truck off, and we done bought some equipment, and I can't ball like I want to. Shoot, I want to have a secretary. I want to have a dispatcher. I want to have payroll person. I want to have an HR person. I want to have all these different things. Shoot, I want to go get 4, 10, 20 trucks. I can't do that because I got to be within my budget and my rims of so my business can survive. And you may, get mad or be upset with me because I'm carrying these folks' trailer. I'm do what I have to do to run my business. I'm gonna have to do until I can do better. Okay. Now I can go out there and go get my trucks. I can go out there and get my trucks, and I can go out there and get my trailers. Okay. Or well, I'm with the I'm gonna work with them. I'm gonna stick beside them. I ain't trying to cause no company. I'm trying to get what I need to get to run my business, have my trucks, and be successful and make money along with everybody else. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do that. Answer that phone. That's money calling. No, I'm talking to y'all. We having a conversation because I'm trying to figure it out. I'm just trying to figure it out. How we gonna do this? What's the plan? I don't know. I ain't been to the OIDA meeting. I was just asking y'all what we come up with. I'm hearing FMCSA making rulings and transparency, and folks ain't eating until the rules are changed, and this, that, and the third. And when is all this gonna happen? I did it because folks were talking about it like it had already happened. They was talking about like brokers better be getting their rate cards together. they they load confirmations together, get the sending and stuff on in. Okay, why you think that they have it in the contract that you can't directly go to um, um, help, and good to see you again. All those should be at a minimum baseline for carriers to cover their direct cost. I agree with that, but that's what they need to say. Ain't nobody saying that. They not saying that what they want. They saying they want transparency. What does that mean? I've been saying that for whatever. What are we talking about? What do we want? But your cost may be different from somebody else's cost. So if your cost is $300 to run low, but Joe Blow down the street cost us $500, who cost is we running? Who cost is we accommodating? When we go to the table and we trying to ask for changes and different things, we got to know what we want. Everybody got to be on the same page. And it can't be just owner operators. Because you got trucking companies that are carriers. Y'all just forgot about them? Hey, Henry. Y'all forgot about them? We just going to totally leave them out because they making all the money too because they brokers and they carriers and they working together. So we don't care about them. We just care about the 1, 2, 3 truck operation. How is that going to work? Because if you make a rule, you got to make it for everybody. It just can't be for owner operators that's picking loads off the load board. It's going to be carrier transparency. So everybody that's a big, large company is a carrier and they are brokers as well. So why are they fighting with each other? Mainly because they're not picking loads off the load board and they got their own contracts. And because they're large organizations and they kind of like stick together. They see when one trucking company is going under, they go in there and get the trucking company. You ride with us. You know what I'm saying? Like they swoop them up. Say, hey, we together. And sometimes they keep the same people in place. Say, we got your back. Don't nobody stick together like they do. How can you guarantee mechanical problems you might get caught up at a weigh station? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what you mean. How can you guarantee mechanical problems you might get caught up at the weigh station? When you say caught up at the weigh station, I don't know what you mean. We just make carriers have a way to repower the truck if something happens. You caught up at the weigh station, whatever the case may be. If it ain't the load, if it's your laws or whatever the case may be, we swoop somebody down in the area to come pick that trailer up and keep it pushing. Unless they put the trailer out of service. Okay, and then if they do that, we could have somebody, a mechanic on the spot that's gonna roll out there and fix it and keep it moving. But I just feel like it has to be a more detailed plan instead of just saying that we want transparency. We want transparency. I'm so sick of that. I'm all for transparency, but what it is that, like you said, small carriers got to keep their trucks running first. Yeah, the you can get a lot of things directly if you want to. Not everybody works with one, two, three truck people. Tracking the apps, yeah, they gotta have visual. They have to have a visual of where that truck is. Like it's the tracking on them trailers with the commodity in it. Okay, they could tell me, Tamara, you are at the vest area in spot number 4, and you ain't moved the truck since whatever, whatever. That's what the shipper want to know. Where's the truck at now? Truck is at right now. It's passing between Smith Street. They have an ETA of 20, and that's actual time. We ain't got to call nobody. We ain't got to ask them nothing. What time you gonna be at the shipper? They already know what time you're gonna be there. Y'all already know that because you get a phone call saying you gonna make it, because we see the truck trailer ain't moved since whatever time. Okay, they stuff real time. So that's my thing. That's my 2 cent. I was thinking about that. I was, I look at things that come by, and I'm like, people got to be smarter. I mean, I'm not. I don't think I'm the smartest person, but I don't see nobody asking for detail. Like, what is it that you want? Do you want transparency? But what does that mean? Is there a price on that? Do you want all those to be at least $2 a mile? Do you want all those to be $3 a mile? Where are you getting this from? Is it dependent on owner operator costs, or what owner operator? Is there just across the board owner operator costs, or it's just like whoever got the 2022 Peter built, or whoever got the 2003 Freightliner? Who costs are we covering? Does anyone know? Oh God, I'm gonna have to get off, y'all. When somebody call you 4 5 times, it's important. Does anyone know any freight brokers that get new agents who learning a shot? Yeah, I currently sell loans to owners of steels. Any freight brokerages that give new agents who's learning a shot? Yeah. There's a lot of freight. But I sell loans to owners of steel constructions. Yeah, there's a lot of people giving new people a shot. Now let me tell you this. Now, anytime you're a new agent and you don't have any customers, baby, look at 50. They're gonna take 50% if you go on a brokerage. They're gonna get some money. Okay, but you're getting your feet wet. You can't look at that. Don't look at that. You look at building your business, building your customers. And then once you earn your weight and you got clientele and you getting contracts and stuff, but then you could get back at the table and say, look, that 50% ain't gonna work no more. I'm gonna need at least 70 to 80%. Or I could go take my little customers myself to my own company. That's how you work that. But when somebody offering you a percentage, get your foot in the door. Don't talk mess. Okay, get your foot in the door. Say, okay, I'll take it, whatever it is. But now that you got your foot in the door, make it do what it do. Okay, get your customers, move your freight, let them know you do this for real and not for play. And then let's get back to the table. Bring some revenue in. How you gonna negotiate and you ain't not bringing no revenue in? You got to bring some revenue in. Ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. You got to earn it around here. Okay. Bring some customers in. Make the company some money. So when you're making the company some money, then you go back to the table and say, look, I done brought in this customer. I'm generating this. You know what new brokerages do to get how they come up so quick? They hire $1 million sales agents that already got the clientele. They already built the relationship so they can go wherever they want to. So a new brokerage, sometimes you will see a new brokerage be like, darn, how they get to blow up so fast? Maybe they don't went and hired in contract with the $1 million agent. Okay? Because the $1 million agent is out there, they done got the contracts, they done built relationships with these people, they just hired in them. So the new brokerage come in and say, hey, I'm gonna pay you 80% or whatever. And they said like 80%? Well, come on and bring everybody with them. And that's how the brokers come up so quickly. Other than that, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to work hard. You either gonna buy you $1 million agent and have them work for you, or you're gonna work hard yourself and do it yourself. Either or, you're gonna pay. Either you're gonna pay that $1 million agent to come into your company and establish these relationships and run it like they know how to run it, or you're gonna hit the ground running. Either way, you're gonna pay. All right, guys, 51 minutes. I'm gone. It's late. I'm going to bed now. Okay. I will holler at y'all later, but just food for thought. It's not just my opinion. That's it. Just what I thought. I don't have no whatever. It's just what I see. All right. Are you having any more live trainings? No. Now my live trainings are actually they recorded trainings and they're posted in a group. So I'm not teaching, but I do have the classes posted into the mentorship group. You can watch them for $29 a month. That's it. So if you're not interested in, stop paying. It's that simple. Okay. If you're not interested in the video, stop paying. You could join that group for $29 a month. You can look at the videos. You can see what we do as freight brokers or agents and how we move freight. The next thing you do, all the information is right there. All you got to do is once you get to understand it, is start to picking up the phone and call. So when you start making your phone calls, you're going to get your customer. Once you get your customer, bam, you in there. You do your own thing. I don't look after nobody. They post their loads. They get paid on Friday, and they do what they need to do. And then when they build up enough people and they know what they need to do, then they can do their thing. But that's how you get started. You don't have to. I'm not doing the what's the name because right now I just can't. I don't have that time. But other than that, if you want to do the training or want to take the training, all the live recorded videos is in the group. You can look at them at your convenience. You have any questions, you just shoot me a message. And I'm like, this is what you do. We do one-on-ones in the group. You get in the group, you say to Miss Tamara, I got a question. Can you call me? Whatever, I'll call you. Okay, we do a one-on-one meeting. What you trying to do? Let's do it. All right. Other than that, peace, love, joy, and happiness. I will talk to y'all some more. I'll do some more live feeds because guess what? I'll be back on a truck and you'll be seeing that as well. All right. Talk to y'all later. Bye.